What's up guys, and welcome to today's video. You notice behind me that I've got a solar P1. That's because today I'm going to show you how to remove the wheels in case you need to replace the tyre. So with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. For this project you're going to need some Allen keys, a pair of scissors and a wrench. Also, when you're doing this, make sure the scooter is turned off to prevent any electrical shocks. And the first thing we're going to do is remove the deck of the scooter. So just remove the deck. So first you need to disconnect the rear motor by removing these silicone protectors and removing the 3 wires. They're a bit tough, but don't worry, you can be forceful with them. You just need to pull fairly tightly and they should come undone like so. Next you can just feed the wire out from the back as shown here in the video. And just feed it through the back until the wire is hanging loose from the motor. And it should look something like this. So now we can actually remove the wheel itself. So if you just want to grab your wrench and then just start undoing one of the bolts on either side, it doesn't matter which one you do first. And then simply pull off the locking nut, and then you can go ahead and remove the bolts on the other side. And make sure you keep all your little bits in a neat and tidy place where you can get them later on when you put the wheel back on. And then once that's done, the motor should simply fall out of place. Next thing you want to do is remove the air from the tyre. And you can do that just by pressing the air valve, which will release the air from the tyre. This is the process to remove the front wheel, so follow the wires down to the control units, and the same as the rear motor, you simply remove the silicone protectors. And simply pull apart the same again to disconnect. You then need to grab the bundle of wires and sort of work your way up the battery, untucking them from their compartments, and you may need to get a pair of scissors and just cut off any cable ties that may be keeping the bundle together. And then you can go ahead and remove the wire protectors. Some of the P1 scooters may have this latch keeping the wires in place. All you need to do is get one of your Allen keys and simply undo one of these bolts that is keeping it securely in place. And when you've removed that, you can also undo the cable ribbon just a little bit more. And only to about there. and then you can see where the wire for the motor goes down the system. You may need to remove this cable tie that's keeping it in place, and once you've cut that off you can simply follow the wire all the way around and pull it out of there, and then all you need to do is repeat the process of removing it, and that is the front motor off. So putting the motors back on, I'm doing it with the rear motor. Simply put the washers, or the spacers rather, back in place. And then carefully fit the motor back onto the scooter. And then fix everything back into place as it was when you removed them earlier on. And make sure to get your wrench and just make sure everything is nice and tight and secure. Then you can get your power cable and you can feed it back up the scooter. And you may need to reinstall any cable ties that you cut to free this wire at the start of the project. And then it's simply a case of plugging back in the wires to the corresponding colours, so yellow to yellow, green to green and blue to blue, and then just making sure that you put those contact protectors back up just to prevent any short circuits. Make sure everything is flat down, and now we're going to put the deck back on. So simply lay it down flat and reinstall all the bolts. So that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you struggled with any part of this video, please don't hesitate to get in touch on our social media channel. We are here to help you out if you're struggling with anything. So with that said, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.